For New Mexico style green chili sauce, you will need New Mexico green chilies, onion, garlic, butter, flour, chicken or vegetable broth, cumin, and salt. The first step is to roast your peppers. You have a couple of options for roasting the peppers. You can roast them on a grill, under the broiler, or like I do, on the stovetop. I place a grill grate, like you would use on a charcoal grill, on top of my burners, and then arrange the peppers on top of the grate. You want it to be hot, but you don't want the flame to touch the peppers. So that's why I use the extra grate. Just roast the peppers and turn them every so often until the skins are evenly blistered and charred. You could also do this under the broiler. Heat your broiler on high and then line a broiler safe pan with heavy duty aluminum foil. Arrange the peppers in a single layer on the pan and broil them about 4 to 5 inches from the heat, turning every so often. It's usually about 5 minutes per side. They tend to get blacker under the broiler because you're not turning them constantly, but it's a great convenient way to roast your peppers. So once your peppers are roasted, remove the skins. You can just slip them off with your fingers. You can do it under running water, or if necessary, take the blade of a knife and scrape the charred skins off. Once your peppers are peeled, dice them. For this recipe, you want at least a cup of diced green chilies. You might want to use a cup and a half. You really wouldn't want to go with more than 2 cups though. So the first step is to melt about 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter in a medium saucepan and saute the onion until soft. My onion got a little brown, which is okay. You don't want the onion to get too brown, but a little brown is fine. Once you have sauteed the onion in the melted butter, you want to add the 2 tablespoons of flour. After you stir that really well, if you notice the flour is not completely coated in butter, add a little more butter, let that melt, and continue stirring. Once the flour is completely coated in the butter, then you want to stir in your broth, add the peppers, the garlic, about 3/4 teaspoon of salt, maybe less if your broth is salty, and then the cumin. Let that simmer for 15 to 20 minutes or until thickened, and it's ready to serve. If you want a smoother sauce, transfer it to a blender or use an immersion blender to puree it to your desired consistency. The sauce will keep for a couple of days in the fridge. It can be used to make enchiladas. You can add it to cheese dip. You can serve it over eggs. One dish I like to make with it is I thin it with a little chicken broth, and then I will sear chicken thighs on both sides in an iron skillet, and then I add the thinned sauce and simmer everything until the chicken's cooked through. It's absolutely delicious. I hope you enjoy this recipe, and for more cooking videos, visit us at arkansasonline.com/cooking.